Hey guys, I'm running Kid here. How's everybody doing? Um, Welcome back to Chronicles of the Web. Um, as you all know, the daily segment where we take a trip down memory lane with old Webhead himself. Uh, so far on the past issues, we've given you crossovers, milestones, um, even interesting villains that were just one shots that I felt that should have had more appearances in. But the one thing that I've always loved about classic Spidey is when he teams up with a fellow Marvel hero. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Cap or uh, Punisher, because that team up is actually pretty funny. Wolverine, uh, even some of his clones. You name it, I always enjoy it. Uh, but I do love when Peter teams up with the X-Men or just one X-Men. So I was going through my collection, and next you know, this popped up, and I'm gonna show you what it is. So I'm here to talk about for this episode of Chronicles of the Web. I'm here to talk about Spider-Man number 15. This is him teaming up with Beast, as you can see right here. Yeah, this is my favorite Beast, 90s looking Beast. I love this look for him. This will always be my favorite look for Beast. No disrespect to the other looks, but this is my Beast. This is the Beast I like. Uh, this issue, as you can tell, once again, you can tell this bad boy is old. Look at that, 175. Can you remember when the comic used to be that? But in the issue, first of all, this was actually written by and drawn by Erik Larsen, creator of Savage Dragon. And I've always enjoyed Erik Larsen's artwork. I've always thought he was a very talented artist and not a bad writer as well. In this issue, basically, I'm gonna take it out and show you some images, of course. The bottom line of this issue is Peter is not struggling. You know, he's his typical Parker luck, but Beast is a guest lecturer on ESU. He's going to be there to lecture about the mutant gene and everything like that. Unfortunately, there are some mutants that feel that Beast is a betrayer, traitor to his own kind, and they come to, you know, dish the hurt out on him. You know what I'm saying? And Peter is just doing his daily, you know, web slinging. You know, sometimes he loves to just web sling. It helps him clear the head. He always talks about web sling lets him clear the head, and he comes upon Beast and helps Beast out. And one of the other bases in this issue is the fact that Mary Jane and Peter are dealing, once again, Mary Jane and Peter married. Thank you. They're dealing with the facts of, is it the right time to start a family? And they kind of argue at it at first in the beginning. And Beast starts to, Peter kind of breaks it down to Beast, like, what's going on. And Beast starts to, you know, deduce, like, well, if your friend, I don't remember if, I believe Beast doesn't know Peter is Spider-Man in this, even though I did reread it just to make sure. No, he doesn't. Basically, he goes on to tell him, like, you know, your child has like a 50-50 chance of being a mutant and things like that. And it's just them talking to each other, you know, friends talking. And I've always liked the relationship between Peter and Beast. There's always been a healthy relationship. It's nothing on the par of Peter and Human Torch or Peter and Daredevil, but it's there. It's a good relationship, and I've always enjoyed it very much. And Erik Larsen does a good job of showcasing that. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of what happens later on. Later on, Beast and Spidey witness a huge man-like monster come and starts wreaking havoc on ESU, Empire State. Once again, like I said, here you have Beast fighting two mutants. They never give these mutants names, but they're just there, calling him a traitor and everything like that. As you can see, Erik Larsen's beautiful artwork right here. And one of the mutants seems to be like a very big a powerhouse, because she just knocks the crap out of Beast. And the other one seems to be like almost like his powers are like needs like a machinery to use it. But after a while, basically, here's Beast and Spidey talking, and then that's when they see the creature attacking ESU. And the funniest thing is, I love when they're about to go into action, and you got you got Peter saying it's clobbering time, and then you got Hank here saying, "Here I come to save the day." And I was like, so one says things mono, and Hank says Mighty Mouse's mono, which is really funny. And as you can see them fighting this creature, he seems to be very powerful. He's a very powerhouse, and the battle continues until they lead into the sewer. And that is where it gets really interesting, because that's where we finally get to see that the creature is actually a little boy, a little baby, a mutant who's already able to use its powers, but it's pretty much out of control in a sense. And this couple lives in the sewer, and basically Beast tells him, hold on, I know you don't understand. Your child needs help. He's too powerful to be left alone without guidance, basically. And that's where pretty much Beast tells him there's a facility called the nursery that will help deal with the child's problem and things like that. And it was a very interesting story. It's just a very interesting topic. And afterwards, that's where pretty much Peter comes back to Mary Jane, and they once again they talk about talk about what happened in the beginning of the book, and Mary Jane goes on to tell Peter, look, my acting career is just starting, and you're out risking your life and everything like that. But she's basically saying, I'm not saying no, but when the time comes, we'll know, and we'll be ready to have a child. And of course, it ends with that old Parker Luck gets a good kiss from his wife, his former wife. Thank you, Marvel, for doing that. But yeah, this was a good story, a one and done story. It was kind of showing, what is basically the title is like, what is the mutant factor, and that was the name of this issue. Like I said, Erik Larsen did a good job writing, and artwork. He was a guest writer on this issue because, as you know, this Spider-Man run at the time was pretty much ran by Tom McFarlane till, I believe, before they hit 20, I think. Correct me on that, guys. But Very good issue. I very much enjoyed it. This will always be my favorite Beast look. But other than that, nothing to complain. It's always good to go back and read my old Spider-Man, you know, titles, and this was one of them. Uh, so yeah, Spider-Man number 15. Team up between Spidey, Peter Parker, and Henry McCoy. So that's it, guys, for this episode of Chronicles of the Web. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I wonder, you guys have this issue. You remember this issue? What did you think about the issue? What did you think about Erik Larsen's artwork, his writing for Peter? You name it. But other than that, guys, this is Mount Vernon Kid saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real, guys, as always. I'll catch you guys on the flip-flop. Thank you for watching Chronicles of the Web. I will see you guys next time. Take care.